Shalom, I'm the brother Tasayat, coming back with another video. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and the highest honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. I want to give double honors to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the sincere Akim across the world who are spreading this knowledge and truth and sincerity, and may the election be upon your households. Khan Shalom. So, what I want to be talking about today is the end of the world. Okay, which everybody thinks that the whole planet is gonna be destroyed and everything that lives is gonna be dead. But actually, when it talks about the end of the world, it's talking about the end of an age, of a period of time, or rulership. Okay, so when you go to Matthew chapter 24, when it speaks about what the sign shall be of the end of the world, it's not actually talking about literally the ending of life itself. Okay, it's talking about the ending of a rulership, of an age, a time period. Matthew 24 verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us. So they came to Yahushua. Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? So they asked, what shall be the sign of the coming of who everybody calls Jesus? His real name is Yahushua. Okay, what shall the sign be of his coming and the end of the world? And we know that Yahushua will come at the end. So when it speaks about the end of the world, here we go to the Greek word in the Blue Letter Bible. It says aion. End of the world, it says here aion, which means outline of biblical uses. It says forever, an unbroken age, perpetuity of eternity, the world's universe. Here, period of time, age, you see. And how do we know that it is talking about the last age? It's talking about the age wherein Esau Edom is ruling. Okay, because at the end Yahushua would come, okay, to bring judgment. So we know that this here, the end of the world, which is actually the end of a time period, is talking about the last time period when Yahushua will return. And we know that we are in the last days right now. Okay, so what time period is it talking about? This is 2nd Esther chapter 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau is the end of the world. So he would be ruling in the last age, actually the last time period. And who's Esau? The so-called white man. Okay, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, showing you that the whole world, life in itself, will not be destroyed, but it's just the end of a time period. Otherwise, it would not say that Jacob is the beginning of the world, of the time period, of the age that follows. Okay, and the one that follows hereafter, the kingdom that will come, will be forever. Okay, the Israelites will rule forever. Okay, so that's actually an eternal time period that is gonna come. So anyway, Esau is the end of the world, and we know that in the book of Job it spoke about the end, the world being given into the hands of the wicked. This is Job chapter 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You see, so the wicked are ruling right now in these last days. People that are actually the opposition of the Most High. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay, so the opposition of the Most High is ruling right now. Esau, the so-called white man. Okay, the Most High hates Esau. Okay, he hates them. Let me grab that real quick. Here, Romans 9 verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Okay, so the Most High does love and hate. Okay. Another thing what's weird is that people talk about God only being love. Meanwhile, his creation the people he created have multiple emotions. So how could that be that he only knows love? Okay, so he also hates, as it is described here. But anyway, what else had I? Yes, this Ephesians. Because it was actually before that's a little bit deeper, but before the world even was created, the Most High already set up his elect. That will be his government in the everlasting kingdom to come. Okay. So this is Ephesians chapter 1, verse 4. According as he had chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love, having predestined us unto the adoption of children by Yahushua Mashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will, to the praise of the glory of his grace, wherein he hath made us accepted in the beloved. So before the world was created, the Most High already chose a certain group of people that he would set apart and how do you say that? Yeah, basically love, basically acknowledge. That is the Israelites. Okay, the Israelites, and within the chosen people, the Israelites, you have also some type of ranking, which in the kingdom the elect will be actually the top ranking government, and under that you will have the other Israelites. Okay, so even within the chosen seed line, the chosen nation, there is a certain rank. Okay, now going back to the topic that the end of the world is not talking literally about the ending of life, but it's talking about the end of a rulership and age. Okay, the age of Esau, because when you go to the book of Daniel chapter 2, verse 40. Is it verse 40? No, verse 42, when it speaks about the statue. Okay, the dream that Daniel had about the statue. Let me see. Yeah, he had a dream about an image with the head of gold. The image, verse 32, this image head was of fine gold. So here you see gold, which represent a certain time period, a certain empire. Then you had silver, brass, iron, and then the last time you had iron and clay. So verse 42, it says, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. Okay, so the last kingdom that we are living in right now, it's a kingdom that is actually gonna be divided like Satan against Satan, as the scripture says. Okay, so iron and clay, they do not mix. You see, so this kingdom will eventually fall. Verse 43, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of man, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. You see, so this last rulership is not gonna last, man. It's already falling apart, and you can see it. Okay, so again, end of the world is talking about the end of this rulership, this kingdom that we're living in right now. And you know that when you look around, you see certain prophecies coming to pass. You see certain times, even if you don't know certain prophecies, with a healthy mind, you can see that this world is done, man. This society is done. Okay, this is 2 Esther chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, so you have to measure the time diligently. So you have to look around what's happening, scanning what's happening around you, what's happening in the world, to see in what time you're living in. Verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Okay. So basically that was it. Yeah, man, that was it. Yeah. So the Greek word for here, Matthew 24, verse 3, the end of the world here is talking about a time period, an age, and specifically the time period at the end when Yahushua will return. Okay, so the time period wherein the Edomites are ruling right now. Okay, so I hope this video was edifying. And with that, I want to give all praises and the highest honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Mukakadash. I want to give double honors to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the sincere Akim across the world who spread his knowledge and truth and sincerity, and may the election be upon your households. Shalom.